Okay. We've got our shelter away for the most part. Jimmy brought some line to make some snares, but right now we're utilizing it, tying all 5 of them together to make a clothesline to dry our clothes out. Hopefully that fire will look like that the entire night. What do we have with us? We have a small machete. That the
cell phone with no service.
yeah, just in case something goes bad wrong. The machete's got this really bad string handle that I'm thinking I'm gonna undo and maybe use as a line for some snares or something. I think Jimmy's sleeping bag is pretty much entirely soaked, but luckily he always keeps some plastic in his sleeping bag to keep the moisture off of him as he's sleeping. They say a good woodsman can start a fire after a 3-day rain. Well, Jimmy Floyd's definitely a good woodsman because, as you can see, he's got a great fire going. We've got a pile of wood for the night. They say once you think you got enough wood for the night, make your pile 5 times larger. So we got a lot more work to do as far as gathering wood. I don't think we got near enough for the night. I've not checked my sleeping bag yet. As far as hang on one second. Clothes goes, we're totally soaked. I've got 1 knife. Jimmy's got 1 knife. We've got 1 fishing hook, about 6 feet of fishing line, and we have this. The peanut butter costs peanut butter bar costs 59 cents. It's half eaten, and so right now it's not day 1, end of day 1. We've not had any food, very little water. We come in with a bottle of water each, and since that's gone, we're going to use the charcoals with a fire to filter our water using the creek. Honestly, I'm pretty sure our creek water's probably pretty clean anyway, but we'll do that anyway just to try to keep from getting some kind of weird bug. And as far as supplies, you know, sleeping bag and clothes, that's pretty much it. So tomorrow, we didn't actually make it down to our location that we wanted to get to. We wanted to get to this main creek or small river, and we never made it. We still may be another mountain away from it. So tomorrow we'll probably try to make our way down that way, you know, unless we find this place to be plentiful. But as right now, we'll have to find that creek to get out of here, because as right now we really don't know exactly where we are. Well, it's about, what is it, Jimmy, about 2 o'clock in the morning?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock in the morning. Our little cave leaks really badly. We pretty much were in a puddle all night long. Luckily it was mostly leaking on Jimmy, not me. It rained pretty much all night long, and all of our clothes except for what we had on in our sleeping bags are totally drenched, which is not a good thing because it's like 20 degrees. We got up at dawn and we walked for about an hour, and we finally found the trail on the main creek. You can see it running down through there. I didn't bring you along for all this excitement last night. We burnt several articles of clothing trying to dry it out. along with half of my right boot, which makes it very easy to roll an ankle. I think we're going to have to cross the creek here in a minute, and then see if we can't find some food. Well, we took a little break to see if we could find some crawdads. We got this creek here. You can see. What I'm looking for is a pool of water. We found one, but it got up under the log, and by the time we stirred all the dust up, we couldn't find it. So we're gonna look for crawdads and hopefully find a really big juicy one to be able to eat. That'd be really great right now. So just kind of want to give you a heads up of where we were, what we were doing, and if we find a crawdad, I'll let you see us eat it. My partner can't seem to make it. So he was doing really good up until now. I would probably rate him at about 3 grubs. He's strong out of the gate, but he has a hard time hanging in there.
I'm tired of waiting on you. Come on.
Being that we haven't actually gotten any food, well, we hadn't actually tried. He's ready to go home, so I promised him I'd buy him some food once we find the truck and get out of here.
Dude, I'm 99 years old.
To his benefit, or to his defense, he is 99 years old. Looks like we have about somewhere around 2 more miles to hike, which is pretty easy hiking. We found this trail that runs the creek. So you can tell it's not too bad of a hike. This is the end of the first episode with Jimmy Floyd, ending with a 3 grub rating.